There are reports this morning that the leader of ISIS was wounded in a coalition airstrike. Two Iraqi officials in state television say Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi was wounded. The Pentagon is not confirming these reports.
On Sunday's Face the Nation, President Obama told Bob Schieffer that the United States is entering a new phase in the fight against ISIS. He says sending 1,500 more American troops to Iraq will help that country launch an offensive against the Islamic militants. Former CIA Deputy Director Michael Morrell is a CBS News senior security contributor. He joins us from San Diego. Michael, good morning.
Good morning, Nora.
U.S. officials this morning are not confirming that al-Baghdadi has been killed or wounded. But what do you think about the significance that we may have struck him?
What's significant to me is that we hit a military convoy that we knew ISIS leadership was part of. So what's important here, obviously, if we got Baghdadi, that's a good thing. But what's really important here is that we found a leadership target and we went after it.
But Mike, how good is our intelligence if 2 days later we still don't know if he's safe or wounded or killed?
So this was a convoy that we struck that we knew was a leadership convoy. That takes very good intelligence. What happens in the aftermath? There's no pattern that I've ever seen. Sometimes we learn very quickly that somebody has been injured or killed, and sometimes it takes days and even weeks. It all depends on how these groups handle these kind of things.
If the reports are true, Mike, how concerned should we be about people stepping up to take his place?
Somebody would obviously step up to take his place. The reason these strikes are so important is that they force the leadership of a terrorist group to think about their own security rather than conduct their operations. The other reason is that as you remove leaders, over time you get weaker leaders. And that is one of the key ways to degrade a terrorist organization.
Mike, one of the things we've talked about is the growing romanticism around some of these terrorist groups like ISIS. And this morning, we are learning that Egypt's most active jihadi group has declared its allegiance to ISIS. How significant is that?
So, Nora, it's not only this group in Egypt. There was also a group in Libya that has done the same thing. So this is the first two times that terrorist groups in other parts of the world have given their allegiance to ISIS. I think this is a very big deal. It shows the popularity of the group. It shows the spread of its influence. And what you'll see as a result of is these groups trying to mimic ISIS. So what you'll see is these groups trying to take territory in the weeks and months ahead.
All right, Mike Morrell joining us. Mike, thank you.